Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, by now, I know that a lot of you have seen Ayesha Curry. I know her name. Her name is popping up, and I typically, my channel is not a reaction channel, so I don't have any. I'm not going to use any clips, but there's something important I do want to us to discuss today. So, Ayesha Curry keeps coming up every now and then. You'll see her name, you'll see her on somebody's podcast saying all manner of things about her marriage, her kids, and her husband and herself. Okay. So what I want to say, or what I've come to the conclusion, well, I came to this conclusion a while ago, but I do want to say that in a nutshell, women in general, not every woman, women in general are just dissatisfied creatures. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm just letting you know what is, and that's on period, okay? Women are dissatisfied creatures. It doesn't matter what women are given. It doesn't matter what women have. You know, they just cannot collect contentment from the Lord and let it sit within them and say, I'm satisfied. Women do not know how to be satisfied. And it is very unfortunate because this is one of the reasons why a lot of women end up breaking up their homes, tearing down their marriages. And if they're not in a marriage, this is one of the reasons why women end up destroying any type of romantic interpersonal relationship that they do have. Even if it's a situationship, I don't agree with those situationships, but even if it's a situationship that could have led maybe into a marriage, women and their dissatisfaction will not allow it. Now, I'm going to start a series called The Biblical Modern Women. What do I mean by that? I'm going to show you how or where women got their dissatisfaction spirit from. They got it from Eve, Mother Eve in the Bible, in the beginning, in the Garden of Eden. That Mother Eve in the Bible, that's where women got their dissatisfaction spirit from, whatever English grammar you want to apply it there. It just seems like Ayesha Curry, right along with lots and lots of other women in today's society, they just cannot take whatever it is that they have, or let me just say, since we're talking about Ayesha Curry today, what do a lot of women say? What do most women say they want in a man? His height. If he's not 6 foot or above, I don't want him. Ayesha Curry got that, right? Her husband is above 6 feet. What else do women say when it comes to terms and conditions of a marriage? Well, he has to be making over 6 figures. He has to be making over 100K. Ayesha Curry has a husband making triple, quadruple. You can't even count his money. How much money Ayesha Curry's husband has, over 100K? You can't even count that on a calculator. She has that. Ayesha Curry has that. Oh, I want to have children. Ayesha Curry has that. Okay? Oh, I want to live the soft life. I want a man that can pay all the bills. And I sit back and I rest in my femininity. Women say the only way that they can be feminine is if the man comes into their life and takes away their burden. Ayesha Curry has that. She has a man who came into her life and took away her burden. Ayesha Curry has that. So far, we've counted the things that a lot of women say they want, Ayesha Curry being one of them, and they got. Not too many women are fortunate, like Ayesha Curry, to have the things that you want in a man. Don't let me forget godly. Oh my God, how could I possibly forget godly? I want a godly man. I want a man of God. Ayesha Curry used her own mouth to say that her husband is a godly man. She has that. So she has the height, she has the soft life, she has the children, she has he got to pay all my bills so I can rest in my femininity. She has that. She has the godly man and everything. She has all these things. Ayesha Curry is not like you and I who are counting money to pay bills. Whether you have the money to pay your bills or not, Ayesha Curry does not know what bills look like. Ayesha Curry does not know, most likely does not know how much her mortgage is. Ayesha Curry does not have a mortgage like how some of us have. Ayesha Curry does not live a regular life like how most of us women do. So she is not able to be in our same category because she found a man that was able to elevate her above majority of women in this our society. Yet she always seems to find a way to tear that down with her mouth. You see, the Bible says that the power of life and death lies in the tongue. She always seems to, because there's something about these progressive women that they claim is a flex. Oh, if I show that I don't need these things, if I show that I don't want these things, it's a flex. Then then women revere you. Oh, she's able to stand on her 2 feet without a man. You got to always show that you can have it all without a man. Because, oh my God, God forbid, how dare a woman need a man to help her elevate? How dare a woman need a man who boosted her up, and because of him, she was able to elevate her life? I didn't want kids. I didn't want a husband. But you got kids and you got a husband, and you are still dissatisfied. In the meantime, nobody forced you, nobody coerced you. I think on that podcast, Call Her Daddy podcast, Ayesha mentioned that when she was ready to get married to Steph Curry, her husband, that her family didn't stop her. So, from what I can hear from her, she wasn't forced to marry. She wasn't forced to have children either. Yet she popped out 4 kids from her body, and she wasn't forced. So she has all the things that majority of women out here say they want. Yet that child, God forgive me, that woman cannot sit herself somewhere and just thank God for her blessings and let it go. She always seems to find a way to drag this thing called regret and put it in the forefront of the blessings that God gave her. Okay, so I'm going to also point to you a woman in the Bible who taught us women how to live in regret. I do not know her name because the Bible barely mentions her name. But if you know who Lot is, that he was Abraham's nephew in the Bible. Remember the woman that was rescued from Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot and their daughters. Remember? And because of regret, see, God was taking them from the low life society that they were living in And God is taking them to a place that is better, that is promised to them. A much better place, a much moral place, something higher than what they had. But because Lot's wife being a daughter of Eve, remember? Because Lot's wife lived in regret. She had that spirit of regret in her. She could not see the blessing that God was trying to give her, that God was putting in front of her. She had to turn around even after God had instructed them, once I take you out of this forsaken city, do not turn back. Some people say it's a spiritual turning back, which means living in regret. Some people say it's a physical turning back. Either which way, Lot's wife turned back and turned into a pillar of salt. After God gave the full instruction, if once I take you out of this city, once I take you out of this low life, this low society you're living in, and I bring you to a better place, I elevate your status. Don't look back, because the moment you do, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. What did Lot's wife do? Lot is a daughter of Eve. Not her daughter from her loins, but a daughter of Eve, if you know what I mean. She turned back. Lot's wife taught every woman the spirit of regret. And what do we know about the spirit of regret? If it lays heavy on your heart, you cannot look at what's in front of you and appreciate this. The voice of regret rings louder than the blessings that God has given you that's right in front of you. Ayesha Curry has the spirit of regret. She's regretting a life that she thought she could have. But God elevated her beyond her wildest imagination. She can't, because of the spirit of regret, she can't see what's in front of her, the blessing that God has given her, and let that voice, no one taught Ayesha Curry how to count her blessings and be satisfied in that. Because the spirit of Eve lives within Ayesha Curry, along with the spirit of Lot's wife. She's living in regret, therefore she cannot be satisfied with the blessings that God has put in front of her. Even if Ayesha Curry was taught how to be satisfied, even if Ayesha Curry was taught how to be content with the mundaneness of stability that her husband's status has given to her, if she was taught that when she was growing up, she didn't listen. I see all the commentaries, all these women making commentary videos on, what Ayesha Curry said, and it's a shameful thing. But I'm not going to get into that. This video is already, much longer than I wanted it to be. So, when women come out here saying regret, or I didn't want to have kids, because it's a flex. If you are a feminist, or if you're a progressive of that progressive mindset, that modern day mindset, it's a flex for you to say you didn't want these things. God forbid they call me a pick-me if I say I wanted these things. Oh my God. God forbid they call me a pick-me if I say, yes, I wanted kids. Yes, I wanted to get married. They'll call you a pick-me. So in order to hide from them calling you a pick-me, you have to flex and say, oh no, I wanted to be a career woman. I was going to be at the top, at the pinnacle of my career. It's a flex to say those things. Then, the modern women cheer you on. Yes, another strong, powerful woman. Because you are not powerful if you wanted a family, if you wanted to be with a man and create a family under God and before man, the women won't cheer you on. They'll call you a pick-me. It is sad and shameful. You see, when women run society, which is what women are doing right now, I get it. Women say we're under patriarchy. That's because they don't have wisdom within them. God has not removed the veil or the cloak that's covering their eyes. That's why they say we're under a patriarchy. But because women are the teachers of culture in society, women are running society. Women cry and say, oh, and then they create a new law. They create a new movement to favor women. Women are running society, okay? So look at the chaos and confusion that's happening. The spirit of regret and the spirit of dissatisfaction is causing so much chaos and confusion because women are running it. Masculine or the masculine mindset was supposed to come in, you see, and stabilize the feminine mindset. But no, we've called that masculine mindset toxic. And now the future is feminine, right? The future is the feminine mindset. And it's not the soft, virtuous femininity that the Bible is talking about. You can barely see that in today's Western society. I'm talking about what majority of the women are displaying today. That's destroying our society. Remember, I said people are going to say, well, why do you care? Well, it's none of your business. She can say whatever she wants to say. She's saying the quiet part out loud. Didn't anyone teach you how to present yourself in public and how to act in private? For the sake of the good of society, there are some things that you do not need to say out loud. It will hurt certain people. And other women will begin to look at you and say, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm going to do the same. And that's how foolishness, chaos, and confusion gets spread around the whole society because they saw the one woman say it. They saw the one woman do it and nobody reprimanded her and there was no change in behavior. So other people are like, oh, I can do it because no one's going to hold me accountable. There's not going to be any reprimanding going on. No one is going to chastise me. That's it. That's all. I just wanted to come here and say, I wasn't even going to make a video on this, but here it is. Here is the video. Ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let's talk about this because it is a shameful thing what's going on. It really doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with me. Just drop down in the comment section and let's duke it out in the comment section. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.